So, Dr. Cowan, it's great to be doing this interview with you. Thank you for taking the time to do this.
Thank you for having me on your
Yes,
on your interview show.
yeah, my pleasure. So, you are a founding board member of the Weston A. Price Foundation, and you recently wrote a new book called Human Heart, Cosmic Heart. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yes, I'm interested to read that sometime. Sounds very fascinating. Uh, Now, you've been a radical life extension enthusiast, I assume, for a while. I've read a little bit of your information and doing some pretty profound things. Can you tell us how long you've been interested in radical life extension?
I came at this from studying the habits of traditional people who, I don't know if that's quite the same as radical life extension, but my conclusion was that there has been ways that people have lived longer, healthier, better lives than any American would dream of.
Can you give us a little idea, kind of a little teaser of what exciting new information you're going to bring to RAADfest?
So, in the RAADfest talk, I'm going to be talking about something which I only touched upon a little bit in my heart book, which is essentially the nature of water. And when you look into the nature of water, you find out some amazing things about human biology or biology in general. And I must say, things that really put a lot of question into the very fundamental tenets of what we think we know about biology. By the way, the MRI technology is based on looking at the structure of water in the cell. So it's not me who just made up that the water in the cell is a different phase. That's the whole basis of MRI technology.
Very fascinating.
And,
Very fascinating.
and when I talk about deuterium-depleted water as an anti-aging or radical life extension approach, it's basically because if you have deuterium-rich water, you can't form proper gels, in which case the DNA won't be expressed properly, the proteins won't be folded properly, the cell membrane can't work properly, everything else can't work if you have, again, for lack of a better word, goofy water. And that's what deuterium-rich water is. And so what I'm going to be talking about is how to reverse that so you become essentially a pure living crystal.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. What is the single most reason that, for you personally, that you're interested in extending life or helping end aging and death?
I don't know that. I'm just, for me, I'm a put one foot in front of the other sort of guy. People come to me who aren't well, and I try to use as minimally invasive, minimally toxic ways to get them well, live a long, healthy life without any kind of medical intervention, if possible.
Okay.
That's what I've been trying to do for 35 years.
Well, that's
It just seems like that's just sort of the obvious role of the physician, one which unfortunately most don't do.
yeah.
But that's our job. Person comes in who's not doing well, you work with how to get them to live a long, healthy life,
I
free
understand.
of disease.
Yeah, yeah, good point.
My
So,
job.
okay, so you're coming to RADfest, like we said, and expressed you really looking forward to it. What would you tell the listeners who might be hearing this why they should come to RADfest?
The same reason you go to any festival or event, which is basically two. One, to learn things that can impact your life in a positive way, maybe three. Two is to meet people of like mind. And three, it's always one, two, or three with me, is have fun.
Have fun.
It's
Well, that's what
not fun.
Well,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
good.
Well, that's what RADfest is about too, as you know. It's designed around being a Woodstock for radical life extension, fun and
Yeah.
yet the best age reversal and wellness information. So, how important now? You do a lot of work with people. You've written this book, Human Heart, Cosmic Heart. So you have a real feeling, I think, for people and actually, working together with people. How important do you think it is to have a strong, united community to help, extend life and cure aging and death? historically it's been proven that by working together to achieve a goal, we can get there faster. So how important do you think that is for you?
Well, one way I would say to work together, you see, so for instance, one of the things that interferes with your ability to structure water is exposure to Roundup, the otherwise known as glyphosate. So if you're an individual and you hear this, or you figure that out some other way, which is not hard, and you decide, okay, I'm going to go out there and get rid of Roundup by myself, I can guarantee you will fail.
There you go. That's good. That's good. That's good idea.
It's too
Analogy.
big.
Good analogy.
There's too many people
Yeah.
aligned against
Yeah.
you. There's too much money involved. So, and it's not just Roundup. It's GMO food. It's, I could go on a list as long as my arm. We're going to do anything. We need a community of people who eventually says to the powers that be, whoever they are, everybody can have their own opinion on who those are. This is enough. You go out. This is the way it's going to be.
Yeah, very well spoken. Thank you. Is there anything you'd like to add to this interview that I haven't asked you? And before we close?
I don't think so. I think it's
Okay.
good. I hope people
Yeah.
come, and we'll do whatever my talk, and people can give me whatever feedback. I always appreciate that, and hope everybody has a good time.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of time to do that for all of us to mingle together. So, well, thank you so
Right.
much. You've done it. Yeah, it's a great interview. I really appreciate it. Good job.
Thank you.